Welcome to the Broken Hearts Club with Michelle Garbutt. I'm your host, Michelle. And this week, I wanted to talk to you about something that we are all guilty of doing when a relationship ends, especially if it's toxic or an unhealthy relationship, but it really does not serve us. And so I wanted to highlight this and help you divert your attention to a place where you can actually use this energy in a positive way, in a helpful way, and in a way that will be of service to you. And what is this? What is this one thing that we're all guilty of? It's trying to understand them, why they did what they did, how they could do what they did, what caused them to do what they did. You are never going to understand the reason why. You're never going to know the reasons behind why they did what they did. What are the traits of the person that did that? What is the trait of an abuser or someone who is a narcissist or someone who is deceptive or a cheater? That's not going to help you. Maybe it will help you moving forward to recognize the red flags, but truly you know the red flags inside anyway. You know what's not aligned for you in a relationship. You know what's not working. But you're never going to understand their reasons. And sometimes you want to understand their reasons. Why me? Why did you pick me? Why did you do this to me? And you're never going to find out. And even if you did find out, even if they did start asking the questions, A, are you going to trust what they're saying to you? B, is it ever going to be enough? Are you ever going to be satisfied with the response that they give you? There is a lot of energy that goes into that, to understanding or to want to understand the reasons why you were the person that they chose, why they did what they did, understanding the mindset of that kind of a person, trying to get to the cause of what happened. And even sometimes we get to the point of, can we help them? How can we change them? How can we stop them from doing this again? This is a waste of your energy. Why? Because you can't change what happened. It's happened. It's in the past. And you can't change another person. You can help someone if they're open to change, if they're willing to change. But they ultimately have to take those actions themselves. It's like the saying, you can take your horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I'm sure I've butchered that, but it's something to that effect. Lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. There we go. Either way, you're spending a lot of energy and time trying to understand and make sense of something that you're never going to be able to make sense of or understand. You're never going to understand the actions of another person fully. You're never going to understand why it was you. You're never going to understand these things. So the best thing that you can do with that energy and that time is get curious around you. Start to understand you better. Start to get curious around you. And there's so many ways that you can do this, which will be beneficial for you and possibly stop this from happening. Well, it will stop this from happening in the future because you will improve. You will be able to notice those red flags earlier. You will have boundaries in place that will stop this happening because you won't accept it. You'll have more respect for yourself. Your self-esteem will be higher. Your self-love, your self-worth, all of these things that can sometimes have us in these situations longer than we should be, not seeing the flags. I don't want you to be someone who's got all of these walls up, but we also have to be conscious of what is happening and aware of what is happening. And there is implication and an impact from being in a relationship with a narcissist, with an abuser, with someone who has treated you poorly, with being in a toxic relationship, with being in an unhealthy relationship. There is an impact on you. You may start believing the things that they said to you. Your self-worth may have diminished. Your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-trust, your self-belief. All of these things have been impacted from this toxic and unhealthy relationship. So instead of wasting all of your beautiful energy and time on trying to understand them and why they did it and who they are and how you could have seen things differently and what's the traits of this kind of a person and all of that, instead of being in that space, use all that beautiful energy and time to get curious around you, the impacts of that relationship, how you can help heal yourself. And even if you haven't come out of a toxic or an unhealthy relationship, but your relationship has ended, this is also an opportunity for you to go, are there some parts of myself that I need to heal, to understand more, to understand myself better and at a deeper level so that I can show up in a different capacity to receive the relationship that I want to receive? Are there things that I need to do? Are there boundaries I need to put in place? Are there things that I need to do for myself? Is there healing that I need to do? Do I need to understand myself on a deeper, more conscious and connected level so that I can have these relationships that I want? Use your energy to benefit yourself in these situations, because you're never going to know why that person picked you, why they are the way that they are, and what is the benefit of that. You're never going to get the answers that you want. It is better, and this may be a stark, harsh reality that you don't want to hear, but your beautiful time and energy is better spent focusing on you and the implications that happen from that relationship and any healing that you need to do, and anything that this might be the perfect opportunity to get really honest with yourself. Are there things that you need to work on so that you can get the type of relationship that you want and you deserve? It's a nice distraction, and I think sometimes that's why we start going down that rabbit hole, as a distraction. But don't get caught up in it. Yes, it's beneficial to know the symptoms of someone like that, the red flags that you need to be aware of, but don't get stuck in that rabbit hole. You are much better spending your energy and your time focusing on you. There's a lot of energy that needs to go into the depths that we can sometimes get ourselves caught up in trying to understand someone deeper and the reason why. All we need to have for other people is to understand that they're going through something or something has happened to them, and go, that's why. Like, I can never understand that on a deeper level unless someone is really, truly open to being vulnerable with you. And a narcissist ain't going to do that. And someone who's abused you is probably not going to do that either. And someone you've been in a toxic relationship is probably not going to want to do that either. It's better for them and for you to just let that go. They're going to sort it out themselves if they ever want to do that, but you can't help them with that. You can't do that for them. Come back to you, because in this situation, the most important person is you, your well-being, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and your needs and your wants and your desires. And to be able to do that, you need to get curious around you. What has happened to you from that relationship? What is the impact? What are the beliefs, habits, conditioning that have come into your life, or that have given you more proof and evidence for the beliefs that you maybe have running on a subconscious, unconscious level that you're not even aware of? Come to get a deeper understanding of yourself See if there's anything that you need to heal so that you can get the relationship that you want, the life that you want, and using that energy to benefit you. And this is the kind of stuff that I go through with my clients in the Broken Hearts Club on their one-to-one coaching if they need more personalized, specialized coaching. And this is what it's really about. It's about coming back to you and getting curious around you. Stop trying to understand them and their reasons why and how come they picked you. Scott, you're never going to fully understand that. You're never going to know. So use that beautiful energy on you. Because your relationship with you and your deeper understanding of you and your connection with yourself is the most important thing. Always. Always. Because when you have that deeper connection with yourself and you're able to have a very solid foundational relationship with yourself and really understand yourself on a deeper level, that's when the good stuff comes. That's when you are able to say, this is what I'm deserving of. This is what I'm worthy of. This is what I want. This is what I desire. These are the things that I need to do or to change to make these things happen. So stop trying to understand your ex and come back to you and understanding you on a deeper level, because that energy is going to be transformational and you're going to see so much change and it's going to be so beneficial for you. That's all I wanted to say today. I want you to stop trying to understand them. Stop wasting your beautiful energy. Come back to you. Get curious around you and help yourself. Because that is not going to help you. What's going to help you is understanding yourself and getting curious about you and the parts of yourself that may need to be healed, and understanding the impact of having been in that shitty relationship. If you are interested in the Broken Hearts Club, membership is currently open. We start on the 16th of January. More details are on my website. I can pop the details in the notes for you. If you prefer more one-on-one, there are coaching packages that are available. Reach out to me directly to find out more information about that. And yeah, use your amazing energy on you. And stop worrying about trying to understand the whys of what happened, because it's in the past. We need to let that go. All we need to understand is the implications of that and how we can change that and stop it from happening in the future. Have a beautiful week. Thank you again so much for listening to my podcast, for taking the time out of your day to connect in with me. And if you'd like to connect with me on social, please do so. Michelle_Garbutt on Instagram. Tag me in posts if you feel called to. And thank you for connecting. Don't forget to like, to follow, and to share with anyone that you think might benefit from this. Thank you so much for taking the time today. Ciao for now.